Hey, 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 hey. All right, y'all. What's good? What's good? Welcome, family. How y'all doing on this beautiful day? It's like 60 degrees today.
Is it that nice?
What'd you say? Yeah.
I haven't been outside. I don't know.
Yeah. Supposed to be about
I got to go step outside.
Nah. Don't get out.
Get you a nice walk
I'm gonna
in.
get out.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if I'm doing it. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, but I'll try to get out a little.
It's good for you. Nice, good, fresh air.
I need to. You know what I need to? I need to get some fresh air though. You know, see when your mind, I'm like in my mind, I'm this on this quarantine mode. So like, I'm just inside. Like I'm just indoors right now. But
put a little windshield on the stroller, and just walk on up the street.
is it warm enough for me to have a baby outside? I don't know. You think so? I'm like one of them old school black mamas. Until it officially is 75.
You gonna still wrap the baby up in long johns.
Baby's face covered up still.
Degrees. You can't do it until it's 71.
I don't care. My baby not gonna catch no cold out here. You know we different from the mother ones.
You just gotta put a hat. You gotta put a hat and a little jacket and a little blanket on him, and then just walk up the street, a little fresh air.
All right.
Y'all come on in. We're gonna read y'all comments too. What part of the country you checking in? Are you at home? Are you
Hi,
at work?
Lisa.
Where are you? What's up to everybody on Instagram? What's good? All right, you ready to read this letter, Kenya?
Yeah, let's get into the letter.
Let's see what they talking about today.
All right. Dear Sam, my boyfriend is now my fiancé, and we are already having a major issue to me since getting engaged. At first, we couldn't come up with a wedding date. He wanted a small wedding earlier in September. I wanted to wait a year and have a nice size wedding in the summer. So I won the battle. We will get married next summer. But the biggest thing now is whose church. We go to 2 different churches. His pastor is a female, and I feel some kind of way about women in the pulpit, and I definitely don't want her counseling us because she's not even married. We have been arguing ever since. Now he's using the whole social distancing thing as an excuse for us not to see each other as much, which means he has been spending a lot of time with his mama that doesn't like me for real. It's going to be my day. Shouldn't it be my plan? I just feel a male, my pastor, should marry us. When we do get married, shouldn't we attend the same church? If we arguing about this stuff, is it cold feet, or should we start thinking about not getting married?
Yeah, what you just said. Put it on hold.
Ooh.
I'm gonna quarantine y'all.
Why did you feel some type of way about the woman in the pulpit?
Right. I mean, what the I mean, now the fact that she's not married and she's trying to counsel y'all, that might be that's the one that sticks out. But the fact that she's a woman minister,
why does that stick out?
Because it stick out to her. The only thing that sticks
but
out,
I'm thinking,
the only thing that sticks
well,
out is
you
the
said-
fact that she's not married. I mean, for her to say,
but a psychiatrist may not be married, or a psychologist, and they can give marital advice, can't they? Isn't that what they do for their job?
it's different here.
Yeah, no.
This one is different. This your spiritual leader who cannot take experience of being married and the spiritual together. They can only say you're supposed to be married, you're supposed to be this, that. They don't have, to me, that's not a good combination. I'm not saying that they can't help on the natural, but we talking about spiritual. And so here it is, she don't have no experience on being married. So how you gonna counsel me, pastor lady? It's just like a pastor and a wife who go on a first lady who marriage is hell.
Right.
And they call themselves trying to counsel, you want to come to them. This is
That
why they
happens
need,
all the time.
Like,
right.
Fix yourself first.
But what you ought to do
No,
is
but you don't know it. You don't know that your
that's true.
pastor's family. That is literally. I mean, because
You may
everybody's
not.
situation is hell.
You may
half
not.
the time. You know
You
what
may
I'm
not.
saying?
Well, look,
So, I don't know.
I'm not counseling nobody. To me, the first lady get our stuff right, because we sleeping
Who
in
says that, you know?
separate beds right now. But
I'm
we
just
gonna
come on, Sam.
but we gonna stay together. But we cannot. We are quarantining our marriage counseling for right now. We
Who
putting
says
it on
that?
pause.
You gotta think about that. That's real, Sam. I mean, come on. You never know who's really counseling you. It sounds good when they're talking
They
that
do.
talk, but
They
are they
do.
living it?
That is so true. That's so true. But she got a
So,
point,
I
though.
don't know.
She got a point, you know.
Yeah, it would
'Cause
be
you don't know.
difficult. You do not know
You don't
until
know.
you live with somebody and you have had to go through some things, how to counsel people on how to move forward. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
But not because she's a female pastor.
That ain't got nothing to do
Yeah.
with it. They ain't got nothing to do with it.
But it sounded like that was what he was trying to pinpoint, that her sex, like, she's a woman.
Well,
He
this
didn't
is a
like that.
female. This is a
Yeah.
female that has.
Well, the woman
Yeah.
didn't like it.
Right.
Okay.
And you hating on another woman.
There's lots of women who hate on other
Very
women.
common.
Y'all do that
Yeah.
a lot. Y'all do that a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very common.
Yeah. So what comments we got coming in here?
Okay, now Latia says, sis, you really need to grow up. The only person you should be marrying at this time is yourself.
That's
if
right.
I were him, there will be no wedding with you.
At all.
And Adrian said, it's not just your day. That day belongs to the both of you.
That's
and
right.
if he sees what I see in you, you're coming across as controlling, spoiled, and a little dictatorial. So I would invoke that distancing clause just to give myself time to exhale. I know planning is stressful, but you're asking him to give up his home church. How about you giving up yours?
And you come follow him then. Since
Right.
you tell him, you come follow him.
Right. And what difference does it make if the pastor is male or female, as long as they're dedicated to Christ? And Barbara
Very
said, push that wedding date back some more.
Hell yeah.
I agree.
Push it back right now.
But some women do feel like, okay, that's just particularly my day, and they
It
don't
is.
take into consideration that you're marrying someone.
And that's why some men do what they do and counsel the wedding, or you got a jacked up marriage
Don't be giving them excuses,
because
Sam.
it was all about your day, all your day, my day. That's all I heard in this letter was about you.
Yes.
That's all it was. If he can't do A, B, C, D, you got a problem with it.
Right.
He's supposed to be leading it. How about them apples?
Exactly.
So you
He said,
got
"How
your
about them
stuff all
apples?"
wrong.
You ain't like those apples, BiJou.
I mean, no, I'm with him. I'm with him on his apples. I had to take my headphones off because my ear headphones and your mouth on here moving at different paces. So I had to focus. I got to listen to one. But, okay, yeah. No, I feel you, Sam. I'm with you on what you're talking about. She's a mess. That's what she is. She a whole mess.
Mm-hmm.
So she's the one that needs a
She
little
the
help.
one with the
Yeah.
problem.
That's what I think.
She
That's why
pointed
she's the problem.
everything out about everybody but her. She wouldn't looked at the preacher. Oh, you're a woman, and you not. And come on now.
She don't like his mama.
Don't
She
like
don't
his-
like his
yeah,
church.
yeah.
She don't like nothing.
I feel. Hey,
Yeah,
bro.
she's the problem.
I want to talk to him and counsel him out of this mess. Hey, bro.
I think a lot of guys get this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a lot of guys deal with these women who like are obsessive, like on their wedding day. Like you said, Kenny, a lot of women just think it's their day, and so they become bridezilla? Is that what it's called?
Bridezillas, yes.
So I think a lot of guys probably, and they're like second guessing, like, who am I with? This is not the
Yeah.
same woman.
Right.
They be up there like, what the hell? Your boys be like, dog, don't do it.
A whole lifetime.
Listen,
That
bro.
bridezilla stuff
Listen.
real.
And then it be the one one of your boys who did get married, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the dude who did get married, he know damn well what you about to go through. His is like crazy. He like, oh, you got to do it, man. You got to hang in that, man. You got to go and do. Y'all been together 20 years. You might as well, man.
Might
Who
as
else you
well,
gonna be
shoot.
with? And you looking at him like, your stuff is just jacked up. You got a knot on your goddamn head. You done been locked up 2 times. Police came to your house and you telling me I need to go ahead and do this, man. What's wrong with you?
Right. Yeah, locked up behind that white.
Right.
Look.
Yeah, he been locked up.
With a knot on his head.
God damn
With a
knot on his head
head.
telling me to go ahead and do it.
That's funny.
You gonna be all right, dog. It ain't that bad.
It ain't that bad. I'm just fighting these cases right now, but we're going to get through it.
You ain't gonna never have your own money. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna have sex that much. Maybe every 2 months, but
No.
but at least she love you. You love her. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody going to cook for you.
Yeah, man.
No, his mama is like, leave that girl alone. Like, run.
You gotta have a relationship with your in-laws. That's the other thing. You can't be playing crazy because you need them. You need them to have a good. That makes life so much easier.
That's right.
My sister is on the line. She watching this right now. That's my sister right there. I'm gonna tell you that is family. Your
Yeah.
family, your in-laws. That's family, just like your family.
I know that's right. Now, Missy said, you're not even ready. You're not mature enough to compromise. Girl, trust that wedding ish is overrated. Small and intimate is best. You sound very controlling. If I was him, I'd be sitting somewhere thinking long and hard about getting married to you. You're selfish and self-centered.
Yeah. That's what it is. See, this is all the warning signs for him. He shouldn't do it. Period. You know, this is why men like that turn around and sleep with all the strippers on the damn what you call it, the bachelor's party.
See,
Might as well go on and just say something about to sign this death sentence.
Death
BiJou.
certificate. I knew you was gonna say.
Damn it.
You hear Sam trying to slip it in for
Well,
the
might as
guys.
well go and give me a lap dance.
See,
Oh, the virtual.
Nah.
What about it? But now, what they gonna do is virtual lap dances now. If you're about to go through that right now.
Wouldn't it be something though?
Dang.
Yeah.
don't give them no more excuses.
I know. You're right. That no excuse for that.
No,
Because
sister.
if you
but
don't
yeah,
want to do it,
that's right.
you can't make excuses for that.
Don't make no excuses.
Right. Now, Melvina said, you're worried about the wrong things. You're going to run this young man away being small-minded. It sounds like you're more excited about the wedding than the actual marriage. There's
Yes.
a big difference between the two.
I always say that people are more excited to spend more money on weddings than they time planning for the rest of their life.
Come on.
Man, please.
So this lady sounds like a whole red flag herself.
She's the problem.
Yeah.
Is it?
This the one, I think
Turn
we
your
all
mic up.
agree. We all agree.
There you go.
She's the problem.
Is it them? Is it me? It's available on Amazon while you're quarantined in the house. Can't go anywhere. Download my bestseller
Get that book.
and get the book today. All right. It's on Instagram. I mean, it's on Amazon. And what's the other one? Barnes and Noble. Are they still open right now?
I don't know. Online. Yeah.
Online. Okay.
Still get that book.
Get your book. Wherever there's online access.
Okay.
There's an online store. Hey Trey, what's up?
Spud, what's going on in Detroit? Y'all quarantined?
Chicago.
All right. What's up, everybody on the gram? Oh, last comments before we wrap it up.
All right. Catherine said, Catherine said, are you going to premarital counseling? I don't think you are. Whoever pastor would nip this right in the bud. You, ma'am, are not ready for a fish, let alone a husband. You need to grow up.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. Hey, look, but I want to go back to this. And you mentioned something earlier, BiJou. Does it matter? And we're going to do this tomorrow. But we want to get your comments now. Does it matter if your pastor is married or not, if they're going to counsel give you marriage counseling? Do you think they need to be married? Do they leave y'all comments right here? Leave your comments. Tell us.
Do they need to be married?
Yeah.
Can they tell you about it from a spiritual standpoint if they've never done it?
Mm-hmm.
The reason, and I was just in my mind, not that I agree or disagree with that specifically, but it was just that I was like, wait a second,
Yeah.
psychologists or psychiatrists, they can be a couples therapist, right?
Yeah.
But there's no prerequisite to have been married before you can become a couples therapist.
Yeah.
You can go to school for that, and then there you have it. You have a job title. So that's what popped into my head immediately. Like, well, can you do that as well if you're a pastor? Does that mean that you have to have been married before you can do marital counseling? Because let's say you're not married and that's your church, and that's your, they usually have a rule. You have to have at least one session with the pastor prior to walking down the aisle. So do you just say, okay, I'm not going to make them take this, take this counseling session because I don't have the experience?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Listen,
I think the show does help if you've been married, though, for sure.
It sure does.
It's wonderful to have y'all two here today. As you know, I've never been married, but I've had 7 girlfriends in this one church. And as you can see, they all are still members here. That's
So I
because
treat all my women
I
well.
treat them right. Now, let's get to y'all two.
No, thank you.
I'm just not the marrying type.
Right.
But if I was,
Yes.
Oh, boy.
So we want to know what people saying. Anybody they think they ought to be married? The pastor should be married?
No comments
or
on the
whoever's
marriage.
counseling you should be married. Should that be the case? Your counselor or your should whoever's got the right to tell you how to do your thing? Should they have already figured out how to do their thing at the same time?
Now, Tiffany said, I think it does matter if you haven't been married. How can you tell me about being married?
Because I've seen several marriages fail in this church.
That's great. You know, that's actually
You know, Elder Johnson was married to Sister Elizabeth 7 years ago, and his baby mama is in the choir.
Oh.
So yeah,
And you counseled them all.
no,
Oh, okay.
no. But I learned from their mistakes to tell y'all what not to do.
Now you can learn from other people's mistakes. You don't have to. You don't have to get burned to know that that doesn't feel good.
true, Kenya. I can look at that and know what I want to do and what I do want to do. That's true.
Yeah.
It's true. And Tanya said, girl, bye. I've been married for over 30 years, and you must compromise. They can be counseled by a paid professional.
Yeah. She needs somebody looking to her
That's
head.
just because you paid doesn't mean that you've been married. So do you have to have been married?
Yeah.
That's really a good question. I really never thought about that.
We want to know that. We want to know that, y'all. What y'all say about it. Thanks, everybody, checking in here on the gram and on Facebook. So I see positive energy lifestyle. What's been going on, man? You still spreading that positive energy around the city?
That's what we need right now.
We sure do.
If you're not married, then you got to at least be a little older. Lived a little
older?
life. Yeah.
A few
Okay,
failed
okay.
relationships.
Yeah, something.
Yeah.
You got to have some wisdom, something imparted.
I don't think that
Over
there's
That's
time.
really.
how I feel.
Yeah, I don't think there's really an expert because people mess up, and you're gonna mess up again as long as you live.
I also
Mo-
don't want. I like. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was saying Mona said that's like a white man telling a black man how to be black. Yes, it does matter. Just go seek wise counsel, like the Bible said.
Yeah, see, wise
I
counsel.
need you to have been married for a while too. I don't need you to have no short marriage because, like you said, if them 30, I need you to have a good amount of years in the game because a lot happens.
How
over
many
time.
you think? How many you think you need?
Minimum. I'm looking for a decade minimum.
At least.
Because
Okay.
within a decade, a lot has happened.
A lot
a
has
lot
happened.
has happened in a decade.
Sure
You're not gonna
does.
talk to me about no 3-4 years. That's a boyfriend
So-
girlfriend time period.
So you know what? This is real right here, y'all. This is real. So you should interview your counselor, but you don't know the right questions to ask before you decide who's gonna be your counselor.
True.
You need to be able to say, "Listen here, Mr. Counselor. Have you ever been without work while you was married?
Okay. Yes.
And if so, what happened? If he can answer or she can answer that, you drop it down. Okay, that's one check. Because that might come up. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever gotten into an argument because your wife got tired of your socks in the living room? Yes or no?
Right. Tanya said, how can anyone tell you anything about marriage if you've never experienced it?
Have you ever got cussed out in the middle of the night because you stepped in some urine because your husband
That's so horrible.
woke up and peed and sprayed it and didn't clean it up?
Or didn't put down that doggone toilet seat.
don't you
Oh, my
get me started on
goodness.
that. Don't y'all get me started.
Heated.
You know what? This is like, okay, because you just heard the whoever just said you have to have. I mean, when you think about it, every counselor, they have a plethora of things they're counseling you on. Do
Yeah.
they have to have gone through everything that they're helping you through? Do you know what I'm saying? Do you have to help somebody go through? You know, there's a million things you go to counsel
Yeah.
for. I don't know if that's your prerequisite for sure. Because if that's the same thing with marriage, why wouldn't it be like that with everything you're getting counsel for? You know?
And what if you had parents that were married for like 50 years and you've seen a lot of things within the household? I don't know.
Yeah.
Different experiences.
Yeah, so I don't know. This is a good question because, I mean, there's no way to know anyway, even if they acting like things are great in their marriage. We said that. So
Yep, they sure will pretend.
you got to kind of just go with your gut feeling when somebody's telling you something where you know it kind of feels right, I think. Like if it feels like they're coming from this place that is really genuine and real and that they sound knowledgeable.
And let me drop this one on y'all too. Majority of these like couples y'all see, they be real happy and stuff in public. A lot of times they wives or their husband like, who the hell is this nigga?
Who are
Who
you?
are you? I want
Right.
to marry you.
Absolutely.
Because that sure ain't you. She be like, he missed an, he ain't like that at home.
Talking all nice in public.
Who the hell is this man out of man?
Fake.
I want to marry him.
Fake news.
Right.
Fake. People be faking for the public, won't they?
Listen, I'm going to mess y'all up. half of the relationships y'all see on Facebook and Instagram are fake.
Half? Oh, give us more than half.
Okay,
I'm
more
gonna,
than
I'm
half.
gonna take that one up to 3/4. Fake, fake, fake.
It's not
the ones you
fake.
don't see, the ones is real.
That's right.
It's not necessarily fake. It's just you don't see the whole picture.
Yeah,
You
okay.
just see what they want you
And
to
that's
see.
not enough.
that's not
Kerry Washington just spoke on that. The reason why she doesn't post all the good things is because she wouldn't do the relationship justice. She has to post the bad along with the good if you're going to give
Yeah.
a real picture of what's going on. So she just chooses to post nothing at all.
I know that's right.
Yeah, man.
It's kind of like, if I'm not going to give you the real, what's the point of give you half the real just for y'all to like it?
Right.
I'm not giving
That's
you
my,
nothing.
That's my situation. I agree.
All right, y'all. Enjoy your day. Thanks for letting us be a part of it. Share this video. But ask that question. Does a person who counsels you, do they need to be married? And if so, how many years they need to have under their belt?
Sam Sylk.